Look, I'm going to be blunt with you. If your mornings aren't what they used to be, and trust me, you know exactly what I'm talking about, what I'm about to share could change everything. And I mean everything. You're already drinking coffee every single morning, right? What if I told you that by adding just a few simple ingredients to that cup, you could support blood flow, skyrocket your energy, and yes, bring back those reliable morning situations you've been missing? But here's what you need to know before we go any further. What I'm about to reveal isn't some magic pill or sketchy supplement. Stay with me because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what thousands of my patients have used successfully. I'm Dr. Sophia Carter, and I've spent over a decade as a urologist helping men figure this stuff out. I've sat across from thousands of guys struggling with these exact issues. And here's what nobody tells you, sometimes the best solutions aren't hiding in your medicine cabinet. They're sitting right there in your kitchen cabinet. Now, before you think this is some alternative medicine nonsense, let me be clear. Everything I'm sharing today is backed by peer-reviewed research. Real studies. Real results. Not internet rumors or bro science. But more importantly, these are ingredients that real men in my practice have been using for years with remarkable success. And by the time we're done here, you're going to know exactly how to turn your regular morning coffee into a daily performance enhancer. So here's what's coming. 5 simple additions. Each one targets a specific issue your body is facing after 50. Stick around because ingredient number 3 is the one most guys wish they'd discovered years earlier. Let me tell you what's really happening with your morning coffee right now. And trust me, understanding this changes everything about how you'll approach your day. Coffee is great. Don't get me wrong. It wakes you up, gets your blood pumping, gives you that mental edge you need. But here's the brutal truth that nobody talks about. Plain coffee is giving you a spike and crash. Your heart races for a bit, you feel alive, and then boom. By 10 a.m., you're reaching for cup number 2 just to feel human again. Sound familiar? And while coffee temporarily boosts circulation, it's doing absolutely nothing for the underlying issues that really matter after 50. Nothing. Here's what's actually happening inside your body right now. Your testosterone is dropping, year after year. Your blood vessels are getting less flexible, less responsive. And that quick caffeine hit you're relying on? It's like putting a band-aid on a broken pipe. We need to do something different. And I'm going to show you exactly what that is in just a moment. What we're going to do is turn that coffee into something that actually addresses what's going on in your body. Same morning routine, same 5 minutes, but now it's working for you in ways that actually matter. Think of it this way. You wouldn't put regular gas in a Ferrari, right? Well, after 50, your body needs premium fuel, not just the basic stuff. And here's the beautiful part. You're about to learn how to upgrade your coffee with things you probably already have, or can grab for a few bucks at any grocery store. But first, let me explain the framework that makes this work. Alright, so here's how this works. And pay attention because this framework is what separates guys who see results from guys who waste their time. We're targeting 5 specific systems in your body. Blood sugar regulation, nitric oxide production, hormone optimization, healthy fat intake, and circulation enhancement. Get these 5 right, and everything else starts falling into place. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doc, that sounds complicated. But stay with me because I'm about to make this ridiculously simple. Each ingredient I'm going to share targets one or more of these systems. And when you combine them strategically, they work synergistically. That means the whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts. But here's the key. You don't need all 5 ingredients every single day. In fact, I'm going to show you exactly how to start with just one and build from there. The guys who succeed with this approach follow 3 simple rules. Start small, be consistent, and give it time. That's it. No perfection required. No complicated meal prep. Just simple additions to your existing coffee routine. Now, before I reveal the 5 ingredients, I need you to understand something critical. These aren't quick fixes. They're not going to work overnight like some pharmaceutical solution. But what they will do is support your body's natural processes, helping you feel like yourself again over time. And ingredient number 1 is something you probably already have in your spice cabinet. But you've been using it all wrong. Let me explain. Ingredient 1, cinnamon. First up, cinnamon. And before you roll your eyes thinking you already know about cinnamon, let me stop you right there. Because what I'm about to tell you about this spice will completely change how you think about it. I'm not talking about dumping half a container into your coffee. Just a quarter teaspoon, maybe half if you like the taste. But here's what most guys don't know, not all cinnamon is created equal. You want Ceylon cinnamon if you can get it, not the regular cassia cinnamon from the grocery store. Ceylon has lower coumarin levels, which matters if you're taking it daily. High coumarin can be hard on your liver over time, and we're not about that. Now here's why cinnamon is so powerful. It's basically nature's blood sugar regulator. Studies show it can reduce fasting blood sugar by up to 29%. And blood sugar control? That's absolutely huge for erectile function. Listen carefully to this part. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes all day long, it's slowly destroying those tiny blood vessels that feed your penis. We're talking about vessels smaller than a human hair. And they're the first to go when blood sugar gets out of control. High blood sugar causes something called glycation. Basically, your blood turns into syrup and gums up your vessels. It's like running sandpaper through your arteries, day after day. Cinnamon contains compounds called polyphenol that smooth all that out, keeping your levels steady. Which means better blood flow where it counts. But here's what's really fascinating. Cinnamon also has this warming effect that relaxes blood vessels through something called vasodilation. The compound responsible is cinnamaldehyde, and it actually helps your body produce nitric oxide. The same molecule that Viagra works on. One of my patients, a 58-year-old contractor, told me cinnamon was the difference between needing a nap after lunch and powering through his afternoon jobs. No jitters, no crash, just steady strength all day long. Plus, it makes your coffee taste like you got it from some fancy coffee shop. Win-win. But cinnamon is just the beginning. Ingredient number 2 is where things get really interesting. Ingredient 2, cocoa powder. Next up, cocoa powder. And I need you to forget everything you think you know about hot chocolate. We're not talking about that sugary garbage. I'm talking about real, unsweetened cocoa powder. The kind that's so dark it's almost black. Just 1 teaspoon stirred into your coffee, and here's what happens. Cocoa is absolutely loaded with flavonoids, specifically epicatechin and catechin. These are the same compounds that make dark chocolate healthy, but without all the sugar and calories that wreck everything else. Now pay attention because this next part is critical. These flavonoids do something your body desperately needs after 50. They boost nitric oxide production. If you don't know about nitric oxide, it's basically the master switch for erections. It's the signal that tells your blood vessels to open wide and let blood flow in exactly where you need it. When you're young, your body pumps out plenty of nitric oxide. After 50? Production drops by about half. And the more nitric oxide you produce, the easier and firmer your erections become. Cocoa has been proven to increase it naturally. One study from the Journal of Hypertension showed that guys who had cocoa daily experienced blood flow improvements comparable to some medications, but without the side effects. We're talking about a 30% improvement in flow-mediated dilation. That's doctor speak for how well your arteries open up when they need to. But here's something nobody talks about. Cocoa also does something interesting to your mood. It contains compounds called anandamides, the same chemicals your brain produces when you're in love. It literally makes you feel good. There's also phenylethylamine, which is a natural antidepressant. So you're not just supporting physical performance, you're getting your head in the game too. And let's be honest, half the battle is mental. Another benefit that flies under the radar, cocoa is loaded with magnesium. Magnesium is crucial for testosterone production and muscle function. Most guys are deficient, and this is an easy fix. The taste? It turns your coffee into a mocha without the sugar bomb. But ingredient number 3? This is the one that really surprises people. Ingredient 3, maca powder. Alright, here's where things get interesting. Maca powder. This one's been used in Peru for thousands of years, and they call it nature's Viagra down there. But here's the thing. It doesn't work like Viagra at all. And that's actually what makes it so powerful. Instead of forcing blood flow for a few hours, maca actually helps your body produce more of its own hormones naturally. We're talking about real, sustainable improvement, not a temporary fix. Maca grows at 14,000 feet in the Andes Mountains, in conditions where almost nothing else survives. That harsh environment makes this plant incredibly resilient and absolutely packed with nutrients. It's got 19 amino acids, vitamin C and E, calcium, zinc, iron, magnesium, and a bunch of unique compounds called macenes and macamides that you won't find anywhere else on the planet. Now, here's where the research gets exciting. A study from 2009 showed that guys taking 2.4 grams daily, that's about 1 teaspoon, for 12 weeks reported significant improvements in desire and performance. Another study found it improved sperm production and motility. But here's the kicker, and this is what makes maca different from everything else. It's not a stimulant. It's what scientists call an adaptogen, which means it helps your body adapt to stress and maintain balance. What makes maca truly special is it seems to work on the hypothalamus and pituitary gland. These are the master controllers of your entire hormone system. It doesn't add hormones to your body. It helps your body make more of its own. That's why the effects build over time rather than hitting you all at once. A teaspoon in your coffee gives it this slightly nutty, almost butterscotch flavor. Some guys say it tastes like malted milk. Some love it immediately, others need to adjust. The effects? Most men notice a real difference in energy and desire within 2 to 3 weeks. Not overnight, but real, sustainable improvement. One of my patients, a 54-year-old teacher, said it was like someone turned the lights back on upstairs. Everything just felt clearer and more focused. Now, ingredient number 4 is controversial, but the science doesn't lie. Ingredient 4, coconut oil in coffee. I know, it sounds absolutely weird. But before you skip ahead, you need to hear this because the science behind this is remarkable. When you blend just 1 teaspoon of coconut oil into your hot coffee, it creates this creamy, rich drink that keeps you full and energized for hours. No mid-morning crash, no hunger pangs, no desperate reach for donuts at 10 a.m. But here's the real science that matters. Testosterone is made from cholesterol and fats. Good fats, not trans fat garbage. Your body needs raw materials to manufacture hormones. And if you've been on a low-fat diet for years thinking it was healthy, you might have been starving your hormone production without even knowing it. Coconut oil provides something called medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs. Unlike other fats that need to go through your entire digestive system, MCTs go straight to your liver where they're converted to energy immediately. It's like premium fuel your body can use right now. About 60% of coconut oil is MCTs, specifically lauric acid, which has antimicrobial properties and supports immune function. Studies show MCTs can increase testosterone levels. One study found that men consuming MCTs had 20% higher testosterone levels than those consuming other fats. 20%. That's significant. Guys who do this coconut oil coffee thing, some people call it bulletproof coffee, report steady energy all morning, better mental clarity, and improved gym performance. The fat slows down caffeine absorption, so instead of a spike and crash, you get a steady release over hours. Now here's the trick, and this is important. You have to blend it. Don't just stir it in or you'll have an oil slick on top that's frankly disgusting. Use a blender, one of those little milk frothers, or even a mason jar you shake really hard. The texture becomes like an expensive coffeehouse drink. But ingredient number 5? This is the circulation amplifier that ties everything together. Ingredient 5, ginger. Last one, ginger. Fresh grated ginger or even ginger powder. This stuff is like rocket fuel for your circulation, and the research behind it is absolutely compelling. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogales that are powerful anti-inflammatories. They open blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and get this, studies show it can actually increase testosterone levels by protecting your testicles from oxidative stress. I know that sounds strange, but think about it. Your testicles are constantly under attack. Heat from sitting all day, pressure from tight clothes, oxidative stress from normal metabolism, environmental toxins. All of it adds up. The temperature in your testicles needs to be 2 to 3 degrees cooler than body temperature for optimal function. When they get too hot or stressed, testosterone production drops. Ginger helps protect them and keeps them functioning properly. One study from 2012 showed a 17.7% increase in testosterone after just 3 months of daily ginger supplementation. Another study showed improved sperm count and motility. The researchers believe it works by increasing luteinizing hormone, which signals your testicles to produce more testosterone. In your coffee, ginger adds this warm, spicy kick. Not overwhelming, just enough to wake up your entire system. It's like the difference between a gentle alarm clock and a fire alarm. Get you going without the shock. Start with a 1/4 teaspoon of powder or a thin slice of fresh ginger about the size of a quarter. Fresh ginger has more of the volatile oils that give you an immediate circulation boost. Powder is more concentrated in the active compounds for long-term benefits. Fair warning, ginger can be intense for some people. If you have a sensitive stomach, start small or take it with food. Now, before you run to your kitchen and start dumping everything in, you need to hear this reality check. Okay, let's get real for a minute. Because this is where most guys screw it up, and I don't want that to be you. You're probably thinking, am I supposed to turn my kitchen into a chemistry lab every morning? No. Absolutely not. And if you try to do that, you'll quit after 3 days. Here's the truth about making this work in real life. Start with one addition. Just one. Try cinnamon for a week and see how you feel. Then maybe add cocoa the next week. You don't need all 5 ingredients every single day. In fact, that might be too much too soon. Don't overdo it. More is not better here. Loading your coffee with all 5 ingredients on day 1 is going to give you digestive issues and probably turn you off the whole thing completely. Start small. Be patient. Your body needs time to adjust. Don't expect miracles overnight. If you've got serious medical issues, diabetes, heart disease, whatever, this isn't going to cure you. See your doctor. This is about optimization, not medication. Don't use the sugary versions. Sweetened cocoa powder, candied ginger, cinnamon sugar. That defeats the entire purpose. We're trying to help your blood sugar, not spike it through the roof. And here's the big one, don't give up after just 1 week. Your body has been running one way for decades. It needs time to adjust and respond to these new inputs. Give it at least a month before you decide if something's working or not. Real change takes time. But I'm not going to leave you hanging. Let me give you the exact implementation plan that actually works. Alright, here's how to make this dead simple. Because simple is what works, and what works is what gets results. Here's the lazy man's version that still delivers. Buy pre-mixed cinnamon and cocoa. Keep it in a jar by your coffee maker. 1 spoonful in your cup. Done. Takes 5 seconds flat. Or get good quality maca powder and just add that. Simple. Effective. No overthinking required. If you want to get fancy on weekends, here's my power coffee formula. Brew your regular coffee. Put it in a blender with 1 teaspoon of coconut oil, ½ teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cocoa, and a small piece of fresh ginger. Blend for 30 seconds. It's like a healthy coffee shop drink that actually does something for your body instead of just tasting good. Now, here's what I recommend for most guys starting out. Pick one ingredient. I'd suggest starting with cinnamon because it's easy, affordable, and most people like the taste. Add a quarter teaspoon to your coffee every morning for the next 30 days. That's it. No complicated protocol, no perfect execution needed. Just consistency. Week 1, just cinnamon, quarter teaspoon every morning. Notice how you feel throughout the day. Week 2, if you're feeling good, add cocoa. 1 teaspoon along with the cinnamon. Pay attention to your energy levels. Week 3, try maca 3 times this week. Maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday. See how your body responds. Week 4, experiment with either coconut oil or ginger, whichever sounds more appealing to you. Keep track of how you feel. Energy levels, mood, morning situations, workout performance, whatever matters to you. Use your phone notes or just a piece of paper on your fridge. Rate your energy 1 to 10 each day. Note anything unusual, good or bad. I'm betting you'll notice enough of a difference that you'll want to continue and experiment more. Now let me give you the specific 4-week challenge. Here's what I want you to do, starting tomorrow morning. And I'm being very specific here because specificity creates results. The 4-week coffee upgrade challenge. This is the exact protocol I give my patients, and it works. Week 1, the foundation. Add a quarter teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to your coffee every single morning. That's it. Nothing else changes. Just cinnamon. Track your energy levels 1 to 10 each evening before bed. Notice if you're experiencing fewer energy crashes during the day. Week 2, the nitric oxide boost. Keep the cinnamon, now add 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. You're building momentum here. Pay attention to your mental clarity and focus. Notice if your workouts feel different. Track it. Week 3, the hormone optimizer. Keep cinnamon and cocoa going strong. Now add 1 teaspoon of maca powder 3 times this week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday works great. This is when guys typically start noticing changes in desire and energy. Be patient if you don't feel it immediately. Week 4, the circulation amplifier. Everything from weeks 1 through 3 continues. Now choose your bonus, either 1 teaspoon of blended coconut oil or a quarter teaspoon of ginger powder. Go with coconut oil if you want sustained energy and hormonal support. Choose ginger if circulation and immediate warmth appeals to you more. By the end of week 4, rate your overall experience. Energy, performance, mood, physical response. Be honest with yourself. Most guys who complete this 4-week challenge make it a permanent part of their routine. Why? Because they feel the difference. The total cost for all these ingredients? Maybe $15. The potential upside? Feeling like yourself again. Now here's what I need you to do next. Gentlemen, listen up. You don't have to accept decline as normal. You really don't. Your morning coffee can be more than just a wake-up call. It can be a daily dose of natural support for everything that matters to you as a man. Your energy, your performance, your confidence, your vitality. These aren't exotic ingredients from some remote jungle. You can get them at any grocery store. They're not expensive. They don't taste bad. And they're backed by both real science and thousands of years of traditional use. Tomorrow morning, when you're standing there making your coffee like you do every single day, remember this conversation. Remember that you have the power to upgrade your day with one simple addition to your cup. Your body is still capable of amazing things. Sometimes it just needs the right fuel. Premium fuel. Not the basic stuff you've been giving it. Here's what I want you to do right now. Drop a comment and let me know what you currently put in your coffee. I'm genuinely curious what you guys are already doing. And if you try any of these ingredients, come back in a few weeks and tell me how it went. Your experience might be exactly what another guy needs to hear to take that first step. If this helped you out, hit subscribe for more real talk about men's health after 50. No judgment, no embarrassment, just practical information that actually works. And share this with a buddy who might benefit. Sometimes the best thing you can do for a friend is give them information that could genuinely change their life. Until next time, this is Dr. Sophia Carter reminding you that small changes lead to big results. Stay strong, gentlemen. Your best days aren't behind you. They're just getting started.